Hi, everybody. Welcome into Newsline. I'm Bianca Della Garza. Eric Adams now becomes the very first mayor in New York City's history to be indicted while in office. And again, he has been defiant, coming out this morning to assert his innocence. The allegations, though, very serious against Adams. They include wire fraud, solicitation of a contribution by a foreign national, and bribery. Here's a bit of Eric Adams speaking out within the past 20 minutes.
This is not surprising to us at all. The actions that have unfolded over the last 10 months, the leaks, the commentary, the demonizing, this did not surprise us that we reached this day.
Adams says he believes he's being targeted for comments he's made about illegal migrants and the lack of federal help. Pleased to bring in right now to discuss this, former mayor of New York City, Mayor Rudy Giuliani. Welcome in. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you, Bianca. And it's a very sad day, whether you're a Republican, Democrat, or independent, to see the first sitting mayor of New York City indicted. I mean, there were a couple that should have been, that no matter what Adams is guilty of, were a lot worse. Jimmy Walker, O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer, the Truman administration covered up. Walker, Roosevelt removed, but then they never prosecuted him. And Mayor de Blasio, who preceded Adams, his wife had unexplained millions and millions and millions not accounted for, and the Eastern District didn't prosecute her.
Interesting.
So before people jump to conclusions, Adams is an American citizen, right? He's entitled to the presumption of innocence. So let's not convict him before the trial, huh?
Well, what's your reaction then, Mayor, to before the news and the indictment was unsealed, AOC posted this calling for Eric Adams' resignation. We have this there. Right. She says, I don't see how Mayor Adams can continue governing New York City. The flood of resignations and vacancies are threatening government function. She goes on to say, for the good of the city, he should resign. Now, the indictment, 57 pages, was what I'm looking at here. Of course, innocent until proven guilty. But they seem to have a lot of people here and a lot of folks that, you know, they've been talking to for a long time. So how does the case against Eric Adams plays out? He says just wait for his defense.
I remember about 3 years ago, the FBI raided my house and my law office. And everybody said, where there's smoke, there's fire. They wouldn't raid him if they're not going to prosecute him and convict him. A year and a half later, very embarrassingly, I required them to write a letter to the grand jury. You know what the letter said? There is no evidence that Rudy Giuliani committed any crime, and no probable cause to go forward with this. It went through 20 years of my business records and came to that conclusion.
Certainly your case is not Eric Adams' case. Yeah.
So the press that day was fake news, and they never corrected it. It's a letter to the grand jury from the U.S. attorney saying no evidence that Giuliani committed a crime. They had to have some evidence in order to search me. What, did it disappear?
Eric Adams will put on his defense, and he says he is going to do just that. I do want to get your reaction to something he said back, because he's saying he is a target. This is some of the comments he made about migrants, about not having enough resources. This was 2023, last September.
We're getting no support on this national crisis. This issue will destroy New York City. Destroy New York City. We're getting 10,000 migrants a month.
All right, Southern District of New York obviously is in charge of this case, but do you think, you know, the comments he's made regarding this administration, some are saying, you know, maybe didn't help him here with this particular investigation?
Well, no question about that. Look, Bianca, he wasn't, his first assistant that was raided was on the very day he was going to the White House with two other mayors to complain about Biden. Now, at that point, he was a very popular black mayor of New York, biggest city in the country. His criticizing Biden and then getting two more mayors to come with him was very dangerous politically to them. Their response to political danger is to corrupt the criminal justice system. I mean, the Attorney General is known for that. So I don't know if he's innocent or guilty. I can tell you he wouldn't have been prosecuted if he didn't criticize Biden. De Blasio was never properly investigated. And I think if you ever looked at de Blasio, the amount of money involved here would pale in comparison to the fortune that he and his wife never accounted for.